It's Jen Hale, NFL and NBA sideline reporter, and tonight you are watching Bay Area Sports Wrap.
Probably the second period.
What happened there? What you guys have to do better there too?
Yeah, we just stopped getting into people, stopped skating in some areas without the puck, and then they end up in the back of our net.
Do you feel like this team kind of got a little shell-shocked? I mean, Jake Mullen talked about their pushback. Do you feel like it kind of was just, I don't know if I want to say you guys are expecting less of a pushback, but just what happened with that pushback and the reaction from the team?
I mean, they're one of the best teams in the league. If not the best team, they won a Stanley Cup. They're probably going to be right there again. They just come at you, and they come at you. It doesn't matter the score. That's how they play. They have a great identity to their team. They're big. They're fast. They get on you. We knew it was going to be needed a 60-minute effort, and we gave about 20-minute effort.
You guys were very physical and seemed on top of them. It was pretty back and forth in the first period. Is that the style you want to see over a consistent 60 minutes there?
Yes.
What happened? Like, it seemed like you guys kind of gave in there in the second period. So just kind of what happened there between the first and the second?
Yeah, I think we fan on a puck at the blue line. They go on a breakaway, and that goal really took the wind out of our sails. It deflated us a little bit, or a lot, really. Yeah, we just couldn't recover from there. Had a couple looks, but again, we just give up lines too easily. We don't play through people. We don't track hard enough in certain areas. Against that type of team, they are going to make you pay, and they did that tonight.
So, Ryan, how much of a concern is 13 goals in the last two games?
A major concern.
Ryan, is this team still learning how hard it is? You mentioned
the
Panthers, how hard it is to keep up with a team like that for 60 minutes.
For sure, that's the top of the top right there, and I think we are working hard, but we don't even have a clue how hard you have to work to win in this league consistently.
How would you evaluate your goalies tonight?
Yeah, I thought both of them, looked a little shaky at times.
And would you say after this performance is the low point of the season for you guys at this point?
Yeah, I mean, obviously that one stings. We've had a lot of these types of, I shouldn't say a lot of these types of games, but some losses that have piled up, right? Again, the first period, we know we can do it. It's not like we haven't been able to do it, put games together and win some hockey games and be in games. We know we can do it, but now we got to kind of push through this mental block that we have of getting deflated in certain times when things don't go our way.
So it seemed like you recognized the change early on in the second. You recognized there's something that has to change the goalie. Was that more related to just that, or also his performance?
A little bit of both.
You mentioned just how hard it is to win. Obviously a team like Florida, that's an example of that. You have a lot of guys in the room that won a lot. Just where's the sort of the translation from what guys know what they have to do, but it just is not happening on the ice?
Well, you need a whole team to do it. You need a whole team, and you watch that team, it's every single guy. Perfect example is Rodriguez is on that fourth line, and his game does not change. Does not change shift to shift, game to game. He just sucks it up. That's his role. He's going to play his role, and that's what winners do. That's what winning teams do. It doesn't matter your role. You do your role to the best of your ability. You don't complain. You go out there and you work as hard as you possibly can. It's a perfect example right there.
And there's much practice time before you get to Monday, right? But what's one thing you want to focus on tomorrow when you get to practice?
Yeah, big thing will be rush reads, our tracking effort. Our transition quicker to transition, and our deep puck play need to continue to improve. So we can't get to everything tomorrow, but we'll get to some things for sure.
How is the losing affecting your younger players, your under 20 players?
I don't know. You'd have to ask them.
If there is any positive tonight, a top line being +1 at a night like that, something to hang your hat.
No, I don't know. I don't really care about the stat sheet. I care about the scores at the end of the game. I want to see what our process looks like and how we play for 3 periods. Again, I thought we had a pretty strong first period. Unfortunately, we're down 3-2 going into the second. But again, I think the positive would be is we know what our game looks like. We have an identity. We just don't get to it enough, and we don't do it consistently. And that's been kind of, I sound like a broken record here. But that's just, again, comes back to how hard it is to do it. And it's hard. It is extremely hard. No one's saying it's easy, but if you're a competitor and you want to win, you have to do it. You have to do it each and every night.
But what looks so different for the top line? It seemed like they were clicking. Everything was pretty normal when they were on, but not same for the other lines.
Yeah, I mean, I thought there was moments from some lines and moments from other lines that weren't as good.
Do you have something of an identity problem then, where you have not all 18 guys playing to the identity that maybe they should?
I don't think it's that. I think it's just we get bored with it. You know, we get bored when we don't have, maybe we don't score goals, or maybe nothing happens. We can't just be okay with nothing happening, and that's what good teams do. You grind out games. You find different ways to win games. We just think there's one way to win a game, and that's cheating the game at times.
All right. Nice.
Hi, y'all. I'm NFL reporter Jen Hale. You are watching Bay Area Sports Wrap. Please give my friend a like and follow his channel on YouTube. He does a fantastic job.